Love Bites new song Unchained. This came out of nowhere. I mean, I knew they'd been recording, but I didn't have any clue that this was coming out. And obviously we've got the premiere just coming up now, apparently in 60 seconds. We all know it never really works like that. Chat is going crazy. I'm loving all of the messages that we're seeing flying down here. A lot of love for Love Bites as always. So as we wait for this to load up, might as well just give a little bit of a preview. Obviously, I first listened to Love Bites back in 2019, in the spring of 2019 was the first time I heard them, and this has been a band who have just really they cemented a sound, but they've developed so much. On my this channel, the reaction channel, I've gone back and I've been listening to some of their first ever record again, and just getting a sort of a better feel for the journey that they've been on, the development that they've been through. And there's so many great things about them. I love the fact that they sort of mix certain aspects of the metal side of things, which are great, but with a classical quality. Asami's vocals are somewhere between big rock vocals and something operatic. What Miyako offers writing wise very, very often goes into a classical feeling. I remember the first time, as I keep on going back to, that I heard Glory to the World, and there was almost a classical quality to that guitar solo that just reminded me of like a Bach organ piece or something. There's so much about Love Bites that combines both the quality of oh my god, sorry, I got the cough still haven't recovered entirely. The quality of good classical writing with the energy of metal, and I just love it. The showmanship, everything. They are a unique force unto themselves. And of course, they mentioned they were going into a studio recording new material, and this appears to be our first chance to see some of that. So Unchained, I'm really excited about it. Again, just sort of something came out of nowhere and really grabbed me. But one of the big things that really has been the case with Love Bites for me is, here we go. We're going to have an advert. Apologies, I'm not really supposed to be sharing adverts, but hey, enjoyed this beer advert, which is appearing that I cannot skip. Premium malts. I didn't know there was going to be an advert in this, but advert you got. Anyway, 90 seconds to go. One of the big things that has been a real selling point for me is that I always kind of enjoyed Love Bites, but ever since they had that audition, which Fami won for the bassist, that really elevated them to me. No disrespect to the previous bassist, but I just think Fami's been such a perfect mix, and she's this interesting character in that she fits so well in the group, and yet she's also got this little bit of a counter. She's just a little bit different, whereas the rest are sort of serious and cool. Fami's kind of like the joking, funny, light-hearted one, the YouTuber, if you will, because that's obviously where she had a massive success and fame before she joined Love Bites. So I just think that they're a group who the charm has been growing as well. People like my co-presenters from Ears to the East, Benedict from Reactor Matt and Neon from Neon Reaper, they've both seen Love Bites live. I haven't had the chance to see them live yet. It's just been great seeing them out there on the international circuit, winning people over. So when it comes to new music, I'm excited. And of course, this is the first album where Fami appeared. She was kind of taking on the reins. That album had already gone into the writing process before she joined, as far as I'm aware. So what we're hearing here is the first song from the first album where it was just Fami was on board from the beginning. So I'm excited to hear what we get. New song, Unchained. Let's dive in and see what it sounds like. I'm excited. Oh, it's gonna be loud. Of course. Oh, chains. The imagery is strong. I'm loving the colour. All right. Got a nice fun bounce to it as well. That little double snare, I'm really enjoying that as well. The rhythm in this is really fun already. Let's see where it goes in the chorus. This is different from what I expected. It's very Love Bites, but it's kind of got this like arena rock, almost pop kind of. I don't know whether it's just the big shoulders that are making me think it sounds 80s, but I'm there for that. And the rhythm, I'm really taken by the rhythm. Yeah, Haruna's really on the roll with this one. That's a really interesting chorus as well. The way it changes key, it just sort of like rolls back down. And now we have to have the old school rock. Boy, nice, nice. Oh, okay, where are we going? This is a bit different from their usual bridges. Of course there's a guitar solo. Oh yeah, of course you have to have another key change in there. This is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. Do you know what? I wasn't sure what to think of the chorus the first time I heard it. But it's definitely won me over towards the end. They could have ended with a really hard ending there, just the end of that chorus. Okay, let's play out with the guitar solo. Let's play out with the guitar solo. Yeah. Yep. Okay. We have to give a lot of credit for that. Let's get a nice frame, as we always do. There we go. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's never the frame that it says it's going to be on the preview. All right, so this was interesting because I, in some ways, I want to say it was what I was expecting. In some ways, I want to say it completely wasn't. I definitely left with a lot of surprises there. So basically, what did I want the song to do? Not that that's particularly important, but I guess what I was most hoping for is I wanted it to still sound like Love Bites. I didn't want them to lose the core qualities that make them Love Bites, but I wanted to hear the song take them in a slightly different direction. You always want to hear development from bands, especially bands who have such a formula to their sounds. You want to hear them stretching their legs and doing different things with it. And boy, oh boy, they did that. I love the little synth bit in the background. Combining that with the big chorus definitely gave this, and the punchy, colourful video as well, definitely gave this a little bit of a, I guess I'd say, going back to really before, when I was a baby, so I don't really know, but I kind of got like a 80s arena rock vibe from that. It definitely, it's the big colours, the big shoulders. In Midori, you had the big shoulders and everything. And it's like, yeah, I just got a bit of that sort of 80s feel with all the zoomed cameras and everything. It was very, very, very bright, colourful and fun. And the song felt fun as well. It really felt like a song that was, sometimes rock songs can go into that place where just everything gets dark. And, Love Bites have their darker songs, but Love Bites also are able to do songs that just fill you with joy and make you want to bounce around. And boy, oh boy, that's what this was. that chorus, again, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, that's interesting. I wasn't even sure, is this the chorus? Because it just sort of like, it rolls in kind of out of nowhere and you get that key change. But then once you get used to that, the kind of unexpected way that it just suddenly bursts in is actually one of the qualities of the chorus. The chorus itself is very interesting. It's different. It's not like a lot of the choruses we've heard from them before. Yes, it is big. Yes, it relies on Asami's big vocal performance, but it is delivering something where you want to sing along. But it genuinely feels like a song that is both capturing the Love Bites formula, but also doing something with it that we've not heard before. I have to say, Fami looks like she's having a ton of fun in there. Always glad to see Fami having fun. For me, Haruna, MVP in this song. She was absolutely brilliant in this. There have been some songs before where I've just said she's been really good at almost like being metronomic and allowing the songs to develop over the top of like her beat. But here, it was interesting. She did lots of different versions of that beat, but she was always doing that beat that kind of had a little bit of a skip towards the end in the verses, and then just sort of building that up. So the verse had a little bit of a skip, had that double snare. It was the double kicks were happening in little bursts, which were quite rhythmic. It felt like the song got a massive boost out of having this really interesting rhythm in the verse that meant all the more that when that slightly unusual chorus comes in, it's really thrown into by the beat then settling down. So that charging energy is really... It has more of a charge, it has more of a blast because of the fact that you've had that interesting sort of rhythmic verse to lead you up to the just plain rocking out chorus. And yeah, the guitar work as always, I mean, the guitar work kind of did what we expect from Love Bites. That's probably the area where this song was most doing the Love Bites thing. But it worked. Again, we had a solo where it starts. So, well, they kind of were both playing together here. They're so good together. I almost can't imagine Miyako and Midori not playing together. It's like their solos are like any really good. If you can have two lead guitarists, they have to work together. They can't just be like, it's my turn, it's my turn. It's like it's got to actually play off of each other. And all their solos seem to, certainly their best ones definitely do. And this one was really nice because, again, the solos built together. The solo was not excessively long. It was a fairly long solo that, as with a lot of their songs, builds you up and throws you into the last chorus. But it was not like a super long solo. They could have gone for longer, but they kept it quite tight. In fact, the overall the song was pretty tight. I mean, about 4.5 minutes long? It felt like even less than that. It felt so short, sharp, and punchy. This was great. I really got a kick out of this. I enjoyed it a lot. I think that Love Bites, if they're going to be doing stuff like this, then great. I mean, again, they're one of those bands who I feel like they have a formula. They have a sound. Some bands are like that. They have a sound. And that's okay if you are able to extract new and interesting things from it, so long as it doesn't start to sound redundant and repetitive. And for me, like Love Bites, this just breathed such a fresh air. It's such an old school metal sound in some ways, and yet this feels so refreshing, so new, so full of life, so full of ideas. I just thought it was great. I thought it was great. A beautiful mixture of the old and of the new, and it was fun. And we don't get enough fun metal songs, do we? Let's be honest. We get enough dark metal songs, enough growly, angry metal songs. We don't get enough fun metal songs. So thank you, Love Bites. Anyway, those are my opinions as always. Get in the comments, tell me what you think. And until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one, at least for now. Where's the button? Ciao, ciao.